What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your boy CJ Swag. CJ, what's good with you? All right, so check this out. Just gonna do a little short video. Um, Before I even say that, I want to say, what I'm saying, I hope y'all had a wonderful Merry Christmas. Um, and what's approaching now is the New Year's 2023. I'm not gonna say much about that. I kind of want to say that for a different video. But the reason why I'm doing this video is something light, not crazy, but for those who actually followed me on my previous video about the whole case Slade versus Tay Rock, um, and for those who watch the battle rap culture, you know what I'm talking about, right? But I'm just gonna fast forward to what I really want to talk about, and I'll make this very brief. The whole thing about being a rat or being a snitch and all that stuff, so all that stuff, calling the cops and all that. So here's what I feel about that, right? I'm not gonna break down the difference between rat, snitch, and all that. I'm not gonna break it all down, but I will say this: don't put yourself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is like, if you put yourself in a situation to where cops could be called, you know what I'm saying? And you got to tell the cops what happened or whatever. If you put yourself in a situation to where you might have to snitch or you might have to rat, don't put yourself in that situation. Like, people are very big on the whole snitching and ratting and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't put yourself in that situation. Now, here's another thing too that I've noticed, right? If you're doing something with your boys, with your peoples, you know what I'm saying, and you go out there, you commit a crime together, people say, okay, it's wrong for you to say, hey, he did it. And then, like, you don't want to get in trouble, but you was a part of the crime. Now, I do understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a part of it, you should be doing that time too. Like, you can't be, sitting there like, yo, I don't want to be a part of that now. Oh, now you don't want to be a part of that because that you got caught? Now, the reason why I'm really addressing that, because it's like, it's funny because there is sometimes you in a very bad situation, especially if somebody died, right? And a lot of times, when the cops talk to you or when you in the little room, you know what I'm saying, being interrogated and they talking to you, asking these questions, that they sometimes be slick and be like, yo, if you don't tell us what's really going on, you could be serving more years in jail or in prison. So they try to, have like a scare tactic. You know what I'm saying? And you're like thinking to yourself like, dang. And if you don't say anything, you could go to jail. You can go to prison for a long time. But if you do say something, there's a possibility that you can get a shorter time or go free. So my thing is like, don't put yourself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing, like, right? So what if you're a bystander? My question to y'all is like, how do you feel if there's a bystander, right? And I'm sitting there minding my business, like right now, right? I'm sitting there, watching TV, whatever, and I can look out my window and I can see kids playing or whatever like that. What if there is somebody out there, I can tell they're doing something wrong or illegal, or somebody end up pulling out a gun and start shooting somebody and then they run off? Like, what do you do about that? Like, explain that. Like, if the cops are out there and everything like that and they asking what happened, who's seen what happened, am I being a snitch if I say something? Am I being a snitch? And then another question I want to ask is, what if your family members or your friend or whatever is out there and they get shot by somebody and somebody else seen that? Would you want them to tell the cops, hey, I feel like this guy did it because he had on this, he had on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want them to snitch, rat, whatever you want to call it, like, to say who did it? Or do you want to just say, oh, you know what? I don't want to be a part of that. Even though, like, somebody got shot out there, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to want to know what happened. So the reason why I even said like all that is because it's like I feel like that for one, don't put yourself in a situation. Don't sit out here. Don't put yourself in a situation to commit a crime. You know what I'm saying? Like I just saw this video of Slade. Apparently he must have fought this girl or something like that. I don't know the details of it. And then apparently they called I guess he must have called the cops. So it's like, okay, cool. This guy here is snitching. You know what I'm saying? He's a rat or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I think the whole thing is corny anyway. But the thing is, like, the whole moral of this video that I'm trying to say is, like, stay away from stupid nonsense. Don't put yourself in that situation to where you got to think about, what should I do? Now, me personally, I don't give a flying fudge what anybody say about me. Like, if I call the cops, if it's for my kids come first. So if I feel like my kids are in danger, of course I'm going to call the cops. What am I going to do? Put it in my own hands? You want me to get my, you know what I'm saying? If I had a weapon and handle my business on my own and then put myself in jail or in prison? No, like, unfortunately, you do have to kind of go to the authorities if you have to and let them take care of it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, if something happened to my kids, low key, I don't know. I'm one of those type of fathers that I might put myself in a bad situation because, my kids, if you touch my kids, you pretty much sign your death certificate. Like, that's how I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in general, like, if you do go out there and do something, you don't, you know what I'm saying? But back to what I'm trying to say is don't put yourself in that situation to where you have to do that. Stop. Don't be out here doing dumb nonsense. Don't sit there stealing and doing all this crazy stuff and then killing people. And then now you're in a situation like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You're dumb. Don't put yourself in that situation. It's that simple. Bro, like it just pisses me off when I see this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like people so hardcore on being a snitch, being a rat. Yeah, I do feel like it's wrong to a certain degree. But for one, don't put yourself in that situation. And then for two, you and your family safety comes first. So if something happens, you need to look out for your family. Come on, bro. It's common. And bro, and like these kids are here playing. What if somebody take the kids and do something? Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Like, am I reaching? Like, does it depend on what it is? Does it depend on the situation? Or what? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to let y'all know that y'all need to stop playing games, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a hypocrite out there. If you about whatever you about, be about that. So anyway, it's your boy CJ, Swag CJ. I apologize that the video is a lot longer than I said it was going to be, but I really had to do that. If anybody feel different on how I feel or disagree, get at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel about it. Look, I respect y'all, how y'all feel. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? May hate me or not like what I said. It's cool. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy CJ, Swag CJ. Like I always say, stay beautiful, stay safe, and get at your boy Swag. Okay.